How to actually get good at chess. Not just play it, get good at it. Most people who say they're trying to get good at chess are stuck at the exact same rating for years. Hundreds of games played, a few videos watched, and yet somehow they're the same player they were 12 months ago. Meanwhile, someone else picks up the game and blows past them in 6 months. The difference isn't talent, it's that almost everyone is training the wrong way. Here's the actual roadmap: 7 habits that separate people who plateau forever from people who genuinely improve. 1. Stop playing so many games. The biggest mistake improving players make is playing too much and reviewing too little. You lose, feel that spike of frustration, and immediately hit new game to chase it away. That's not practice. That's repeating the same mistake with different pieces. The ratio that actually works: for every game you play, spend just as long reviewing it. Not glancing at the evaluation bar and going, "Oh, I blundered." Actually asking why that move looked reasonable in the moment and what you missed. 2. Learn patterns, not move lists. Beginners memorize openings move by move, like a script. Strong players learn patterns instead, recurring shapes and ideas that show up no matter the exact position. Understand the why behind an opening: center control, development, king safety, instead of the exact sequence, because real opponents deviate by move 4 constantly. The same goes for tactics. After you solve a puzzle, name the pattern. That was a pin. That was a discovered attack. Naming it is what makes you recognize it instantly the next 50 times. 3. Do puzzles right, not just often. Puzzles are one of the fastest ways to improve, but most people do them wrong. Rushing, guessing, seeing the answer, moving on in 4 seconds. Slow down. Fully calculate the line before touching a piece, even if it takes 2 minutes. The value isn't clicking the right square, it's the mental rep of calculating a full sequence. Guess your way through puzzles and you're training guessing, not thinking. The exact habit costing you games against real opponents. 4. Study endgames before you feel ready. This is the part almost everyone skips, and it's what quietly separates intermediate players from strong ones. Endgames feel boring. Fewer pieces, nothing flashy, so people skip straight to openings and tactics, and their endgame technique stays stuck at a beginner level forever. But a huge number of amateur games are decided in the endgame, precisely because both players are equally shaky there. 20 minutes a week on core endgame principles will win you more games than another hour memorizing an opening sideline you'll rarely even reach. 5. Analyze losses. Like a detective, most players review losses emotionally. Spot the one big blunder, feel bad for 30 seconds, move on. That's not analysis, that's just processing frustration. Real analysis means going back further. Where did the position first get slightly worse, even before the obvious mistake? Often, it's 3 small inaccuracies that built the pressure, not the final blunder itself. Was it a calculation error or a knowledge gap? Those need completely different fixes, and most players treat every mistake the same, which is why they keep making the same category of error for years. 6. Get judged by something stronger than you. You can't see your own blind spots. That's what makes them blind spots. Serious improvement means feedback from something stronger, whether a coach or an engine used correctly. Correctly means finding your own move first, then comparing it to the engine, not just copying the top line. When you agree, notice what thinking got you there. When you disagree, that gap is exactly where your improvement lives. 7. Play longer games, not just blitz. Blitz is fun, genuinely, but it's close to the worst format for improvement. 5 minutes doesn't leave room to calculate properly, so you're mostly reinforcing instinct instead of building skill. Longer games force you to actually think, consider alternatives, and catch mistakes before you make them. If you only play blitz, you're doing cardio when you need strength training. Both matter, but only one builds the skill you're chasing. None of this is complicated. That's the point. Review more than you play. Learn patterns, not scripts. Respect the boring parts. Be honest about why you actually lost. Pick one of these 7, master it this week, then stack the next one on top. Do that for 6 months and you won't recognize how you used to play. Which one are you weakest at right now? Drop it in the comments and subscribe if you want more breakdown videos like that.